Kurt Andrews and Cotton Spry on the front row, two big names in this series. And we might tell folks what the Masters Series is.
40 and over, that's what you need to qualify. A lot of these guys cutting faster lap times than the pros.
Well, we're about ready to take the green flag. They're bunched up. We're on board with John Smith in car 21. Have a unique look as we approach for the start of this race here on the quarter mile.
Mike, you get to see just how small these cockpits are. Getting ready to cross the stripe here. There's our champion in the 16 car.
That's Cotton Spry out of Salisbury, North Carolina. And Spry is quickly passed by the 60 of Kurt Andrews. Andrews looks like he's going to be out in front for this first lap, but this field is really bunched together.
Cotton Spry pretty savvy there, not going to let the 60 car of Kurt Andrews get out too much. He dives to the inside and takes over the lead.
Kurt Andrews in that red 60 is going to try to get him back on the outside. He is not able to do it. He's going to have a battle for second place. A couple of cars are spinning. The one is involved. That's Tom Van Wingerden. Also Carl Parton in the 4. Boy, really aggressive driving on those early laps. Some guys got a bad draw, trying to make their way up just a little bit too quickly, and the caution is out here early. As you can see, we're looking ahead at the leaders, but the accident occurred just a couple of cars back. There's the one of Van Wingerden. Ski is making his way over to Van Wingerden's car right now as we watch another replay. There's the 4 of Carl Parton. And Ski's caught up with Van Wingerden.
Tom got pretty wild out there.
Yeah, sure did. It's too hot on the first start like that. 2 minutes pushing. But it's life. It's called racing, and we're going to get out there soon.
What do you got damaged?
Shock is what they told me was shot, and it ain't going to steer too good. But if I can drive it, I'm going to be out there.
Got a few more laps of caution. You going to make it?
Oh, yeah. Why don't you guys go out there and just say there's debris on the track?
Need a little more time.
Hey, work for number 88. Maybe it'll work for me.
All right.
Enough for Ski to make his way back, and he's not even out of breath here. In great shape, big guy. Impressive, impressive. Well, there is Tom Van Wingerden, who, you were down there, he's having all kinds of problems.
Well, they actually was very speedily getting that shock put on. We're going to start calling him Major Tom. We got Captain John. He can be Major Tom.
Well, we're about ready to go back to green now. This, the Legends Masters Series, and you're on board with Captain John Smith.
On the restart, you can see the 14, John Sozeman up front. Listen to the wheel spin, and they grab the gears there. Tremendously powerful automobile.
Kurt Andrews will be on the point as we go back to green. Andrews, who has been strong here all night, but right behind him is Cotton Spry, the defending champion of this series. You see that checkered flag again, flying out of that blue and yellow number 16. And there's Sossaman, number 14, who is running in third. Sossaman out of Midland, North Carolina. Kurt Andrews, your leader from nearby Concord.
It's part of the strategy in racing Legends cars, Mike. You can see Andrews kind of shortcutting and cutting off the entrance to the corner. Cotton Spry can do nothing about it. He's going to have to try the outside, but Cotton Spry perfectly made.
And again, we're on board with John Smith, and you can see here what you were talking about. Blocking in this kind of racing is very, very important.
Have a listen.
This the battle, as you see, for 4th place. And John Smith wants it bad.
See how the track opens up coming out of turn 4 onto the front straightaway. A little bit more room to run it out to the wall. Watch how it tightens up down here in 1 and 2.
Smith trying inside, outside, wasn't able to get it. Meanwhile, up front, Kurt Andrews maintaining the lead over
Cotton. There goes
Spry.
Cotton
Spry. There is Spry on the inside. As soon as I said he had the lead, here comes Spry, and they are side by side. And Sossaman trying to figure out what to do. He's now on the inside. Andrews going to be kicked all the way back to third. And Cotton Spry has taken the lead here. A great move to the inside. Here comes Sossaman.
Spry with a little bit too much entrance speed. He's going to go side by side.
Sossaman now takes the lead. And it is the 14 of John Sossaman out in front of this Legends Masters race.
That's what it's all about in Legends racing.
Let's go back on board now with Captain John Smith. And and there are a lot of cars and a lot of way to the front up ahead of him. Boy, I am impressed with John Sossaman, the job he has done in putting that number 14 out in front.
Exercised a lot of patience there and waited for the right opportunity, and he has capitalized on it. Here goes Cotton Spry, side by side.
This is the battle for second place. And you're right, Spry, it seems the car that can get that inside line is the car that is going to go and make the pass.
It's one thing to get it there. It's another thing to have the setup, Mike, to keep it there. And it looks like Kurt Andrews is having a hard time keeping the front end planted. He's got to push. Cotton Spry's hooked up there, even grabbing the inside dirt rail to try to hold those cars down.
On the final lap, Sossaman negotiating some of the lapped cars, but it looks like in this inaugural Masters race, Sossaman's going to win in there for second place. Andrews and
Cotton Spry coming back.
Does Spry have him? Let's see. What a great finish for second.
Andrews second, but definitely Sossaman, the class of the field here. Like I said, he exercised patience, stayed out of trouble, and that's the key to winning the race. Take a look at the leaderboard.
Dr. Mark Moskowitz comes home fifth, and John Smith, our inboard camera, came home in fourth place.
Last year, Johnny Sossaman was good enough to take 2 checkered flags in the Summer Legends Shootout Series, and you're back this year, Johnny, picking up right where you left off.
Yeah, it's always good to come out and win the first race right out of the box. I mean, it was awesome. I mean, it's just Legends cars, a lot of fun, and I got a lot of friends, been doing it for 7 years, and it's just a lot of fun.
Johnny, are you like every other driver when you win that opening event of the year, you start thinking, championship, I got to get points, I got to run up front every week now?
Yeah, Captain John beat me out last year, so maybe I can beat him out this year. We're good buddies, so never know.
All right, Mike, that's Johnny Sossaman. Early on, he's in the hunt for the Masters Championship in the Summer Shootout Series.
Yeah, Doug, it was a great race tonight. Young Guns coming up.